Okay, I typed the title wrong. It's actually computing unit prices to find the better buy. Ivan needs to buy plastic forks, brand A. So we have two different things that we're going to be talking about. Brand A has a box of 42 forks for $2.37. Brand B, I'm going to leave some work so I can work with these. Brand B has a box of 72 forks for $3.57. Find the unit price for each brand, then state which brand is the better buy based on the unit price. Round your answer to the nearest cent. So I have a total for brand A. I have a total of $2.37, and I'm going to divide that among 42 forks. So I'm just going to show you a method for long division that makes the work a lot easier. I'm going to make a list of 9 numbers. It's always 9 numbers. You don't want to have more or less. And the number that I'm dividing by, in this case 42, is my first number on the list. And then I start adding 42 to each number that I get. So 42 plus 42 is 84. And then I'm going to take 84 plus 42. Okay, so what I've done is I've done 42 plus 42 is 84. 84 plus 42 is 126. 126 plus 42 is 168, and I've gone down the list and added 42 each time until I get a list of 9 numbers. Now here's how you use that. We are dividing with decimals, so you need to bring the decimal point straight up. 42 does not go into 2, so you have to put a 0. And you go to the next 2 numbers. 42 does not go into 23, so you put another 0. And you go to the next number. 237. Okay, look at the numbers on the list. You want the biggest number, the closest number, without going over. So we can't say 252, that's too large. So we are going to use the 210. Now the circled number goes up top, and the number beside that goes underneath. And then you subtract. So 237 take away 210 is 27. Because I said round to the nearest cent, I need to take this to 3 decimals so I can round properly. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 0 and bring it down. Okay, 270, 294 is too big, so I'm going to go to 256. That would be a 6. Now, we don't have to go any further there because we know what we need to be able to round. Here's the rule. If we're going to round it to the nearest cent, then you want to leave the first two numbers after the decimal alone and look at the third number. If that number is 5 or larger, then you've got to add a penny to the previous number. So this number that's circled is a 6. So I'm not going to say my answer is 5 cents. I'm going to say it's 6 cents. So for that one, brand A is you're paying 6 cents for every fork. Okay, brand B, you have $3.57 that you spent, and you are going to divide that among 72 forks. So go ahead and bring your decimal point straight up. I'm going to again make a list of 9 numbers, starting with the number you're dividing by and adding that number to itself each time. Okay, it does take a couple of minutes to make the list. However, it makes your division a lot easier. You don't have to worry about multiplying or over guessing on your multiplication. So it's nice to have this list. Again, what we did is we started with the first number is the number you're dividing by and add that each time. So 72 does not go into 3, so I'm going to put a 0. Then go to the next number. 72 does not go into 35. You don't want any number smaller than this list. Okay, so now we go to 357. Well, 360 is too large, so I'm going to use the 288. So the circle number goes up top. The number beside that goes on the bottom. And I do want, I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, I want to subtract these. I need to borrow from the 5. So 17 take away 8 is 9. I need to borrow from the 3. 14 take away 8 is 14 take away 8 is 6, and then 2 take away 2 is just 0. Now it's either going to be, my answer is either going to be 4 cents or 5 cents. And because it said find the unit price for each brand, I need to go ahead and finish this. So make a 0, bring it down. 690. It's going to be a 9. Because 648 is the last number on the list and it fits. Okay, so we don't need to go any further because we have 3 numbers after our decimal, so we can round properly. So it's either going to be 4 cents or 5 cents. Because the circled number is larger than 5, I'm going to add 1 to the number in front of it. So it's going to be 5 cents. That's how you round properly. Okay, so brand A is 6 cents per fork. Brand B is 5 cents per fork. So you always, to get the better buy, you want the cheapest. So brand B is the better buy. Okay. The next one, we're buying dog food. Abdul paid $15.84 for a 7.48 kilogram bag of dog food. So we've got 7.48 kilogram bag. One moment. Sorry about that. When you run out of power, you run out of power. So we have 2 bags. One is 7.48 kilogram bag, and again, I'm going to leave some space to work. We have a 7.94 kilogram bag. Okay, at a different store. So find the unit price for each bag and state which is the better buy based on the unit price. Okay, so we had $15.84 and a 7.48 kilogram bag. However, you're not allowed to divide with decimals on the outside. So we need to move the decimal to the end and make it 748. I'm almost thinking I'm not going to have enough space here. Let me move that up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to move it up here just so I have enough. So 748, you're taking the decimal away. Division. Okay, you jumped over 2 numbers here, so inside you have to jump over 2 numbers. So I'm actually going to make it 1584. And then I'm going to do 3 decimals because I'm rounding to the nearest cent, and we've already talked about why you have to do that. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. Okay, so I'm totally going to need more room for this problem. Okay. So I'm going to start with my 9 numbers, starting with 748. Now, as you can see, this is going to be really useful because 748 is a huge number. So you won't have to do a lot of guessing in the end if you take the time to make this list to start out with. So I'm going to do 748 plus 748. So again, I've started with a number divided by and add that each time. So 748 plus 748 is 1496. 1496 plus 748 is 2244, all the way down. Okay, so 748 doesn't go into 1, 5, 158. Okay, 154. Goes into 1,584. This is the closest one. 2 times, and this number beside the circled number goes underneath, and then you subtract. So I'm going to borrow here. 14 take away 6 is 8. Have to borrow again. 17 take away 9 is 8. And then I don't have any more numbers to bring down, to subtract. Okay, bring down my 0. 880. Well, 880, the closest number is 748. So circle number up top, number beside that below, and subtract. So I'm going to have to borrow here again. 10 take away 8 is 2. 7 take away 4 is 3. And 8 take away 7. 8 take away 7 is 1. Don't know what I was thinking. Bring down the next 0. 1,320. 1496 is too big, so we're going to do 1 and 748 again. When you're doing this, the multiplication's over. It's just the subtraction that takes time. Okay, so borrow from the 2. 10 take away 8 is 2. Borrow from the 3. 11 take away 4 is 7. And 12 take away 7 is 5. Bring down the 0 to see how we're going to round. 5,720. The closest one is 7. So that's the third number after the decimal, which means it's not going to be $2.11 because this number is bigger than a 5. I have to take it up to $2.12. So for a 7.48 kilogram bag, it is $2.12. I'm trying to decide if I want to erase this so I have space or try to squeeze it over here. I think I'm going to erase it. Give me a moment. So now I'm going to do the price for the 7.94 kilogram bag. So I've got $16.58, and I'm going to divide that among 7.94 kilograms. Okay, you want to move the decimal outside to the very end, so 794, and that means since you jumped over 2 numbers, you have to jump over 2 numbers on the inside, so 1658. But we have dollars and cents, so we want to round properly, so I need 3 zeros after that. So my list is going to start with 794. And I'm going to take a moment to make that. Okay, so I'm looking for 1658 to start out with. Okay. 2382 is too big, so I'm going to use the 1588. So the circle number goes up top, the number beside that goes underneath, and I'm going to subtract. So 8 take away 8 is 0. I need to borrow from the 6. 15 take away 8 is 7. And that's it for that one, because we have 5s and 1s. So bring down your 0. So now we're looking for 700. But that's smaller than the number on the list. So if it's smaller than the number on the list, you put a 0 in that spot and bring down the next number. Okay, now we're looking for 7,000. 7,146 is too big, so I'm going to use the 8 and the 6352. I'm going to subtract that. Okay, I need to borrow 1 from 700, so I'm going to make it 699, bring the 1 over. So 10 take away 2 is 8, 9 take away 5 is 4, 9 take away 3 is 6. The 6's are gone. Bring down the next number, 6,480, it's going to be another 8. We don't need to finish it because we're just using that number to round. So this, since that circle number is larger than a 5, I'm going to call this $2.09, which tells me the cheapest one, the 7.94 kilogram bag, is the better buy. Okay. the next one. Carrie needs to buy some pencils. Brand A. We have brand A. Has a pack of 24 pencils for $7.49. So $7.49 for 24 pencils. We don't have any decimals on the outside, so we can start our division right away. Bring up your decimal point. I'm going to make my list beginning with 24. You can't do 7, so you got to put a 0. So we're looking for 74. 96 is too big, so I'm going to use the 3 and the 72. Subtract, and I want to put another 0 here because I want 3 numbers after my decimal to properly round dollars and cents. So 74 take away 72 is 2. Bring down the 9. So I'm looking for 29. So it's going to be this one, 1 and 24. Subtract 29, take away 24 is 5. Bring down the 0, 50. So the closest one is 2. And I don't need to go any further. Now, because that circled number is smaller than a 5, I'm not going to add 1 to 31 cents. I'm just going to leave it 31 cents. So brand A is 31 cents per pencil. Brand B it's $9.97, and you have 28 pencils. So I'm going to start my list with the number I'm dividing by, 28. Okay, you can't do the 9, so you got to put a 0. So the next number is 99. 112 is too big, so we're going to go with 3 and 84. 99 take away 84 is 15. Bring down the 7. 157. 168 is too big, so we're going to do 5 and 140, and I do need another 0 here to round. 157 take away 140 is 17. Bring down the 0, 170. So that's going to be a 6. So I'm going to round this to 36 cents. So brand B is 36 cents. So the cheapest one, brand A, is the better buy.